leaving behind everything I feel. The world keeps changing, but I remain walking through fire, dancing in rain. Neon reflections on the side of the car, looking at the sky, wondering how far I've traveled from the days when hope felt small. Now I'm reaching heights with the ceilings fall. I got my circle with me, loyalty first. Real ones beside me through the best and worst. We don't celebrate just the trophies and fame. We celebrate surviving the moments of pain. The pressure made diamonds inside my mind. The struggle created the person I find. I learned that the journey is part of the treasure. The memories last long with the moments of pleasure. I see the future like a pain and emotion. Every step forward is a deeper devotion. No looking back with no fear of the unknown. I built my foundation from the seas I've grown. Dark skies above, but I'm glow below. Carrying dreams everywhere that I go. The world may change and the season may turn, but the fire inside me will always burn. I don't need a crown to know I'm alive. I don't need a pool to reach the sky. Every chapter brought me closer to truth. Every scar became proof of my roots. Like a Gucci snake, I'm moving patience. Silence does, but everybody feels the vibration. Wrapped in ambition, covered in dreams. Living a life that's bigger than it seems. Through the shadows, through the flames, I kept walking, I remain. Now the vision that I carried along become the empire I call my own. Midnight stories, golden memories, a different path, a different journey. Still rising, still moving, still becoming. 6 minus 1. All right, y'all, everybody. I want to welcome you guys and start from day one. So over the past 3 months, let me give you a little bit about my journey and where I was and where I'm going. Because a lot of people out there, especially the ones closest to me, my family, my friends, they think I'm crazy. I quit my job teaching high school math for the last 20 years on and off. And I resigned because I truly believe that with a mathematical framework and a biblical approach to trading and not gambling in the markets, with the sound foundation of math, money management, and your mindset, I think I can help you accelerate your goals as well as me reach mine, because I'm taking 1 year of no income. I got a family, 2 daughters, 4th grade and 1st grade. I got mortgages, and I'm going all in because I would rather follow my passion and see if this really works, if the theoretical math actually plays out in the realized experimental world with real money. And so I'm challenging myself to see if I have the discipline to compound one every day, just getting a little better, repeating the process, making sure that I don't fall victim to my emotions, my lack of discipline. Because in the end, trading success is a reflection of how faithful you are to the Lord. Because without that faith-like discipline to follow your rules, no matter what storm may come, but your house is built on rock foundation, you'll withstand those storms so that your equity curve will still rise and not crumble down and blow up your account. So over the next 21 days, I'm going to show you why you should trade like Nick. Why should you even listen to me? You shouldn't. You need to let me prove it to you. And that's what I'm going to do. Over the next 21 days, I'm going to prove to you why you should listen. And if you want to continue joining me, I appreciate all the support, because in my background, if the math doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars, because everything I do is math framework, faith-based discipline, and using the markets to actually put your money to work in a disciplined approach, trading small, trading often, and letting the probabilities play out. So if you guys want to help join me, I appreciate any support. This is a huge leap of faith, but I know God's got this. I know he's planned out the path. My whole experience is led me to this point. And he's going to guide me so that he's going to show me that I can do this through him. And you guys can do it. And so that's my journey for this next 12 months. And I'm going to start teaching it to you guys 21 days because the market is not that complicated. It's actually pretty simple. I'm going to give you the simplest blueprint that anybody can follow with strict money management rules, with strict entry rules. And you could do it in less than 30 minutes a day or a week or a month. I'll show you the formula. I'll show you the markets, and I'll show you how to leverage your returns so that you can start compounding with purpose.
Yeah. Hold me right here.
All right, everybody. So why trade like Nick? Why do I trade? What drives me? Who am I? Why should you even listen to me? I believe in the 4 pillars, the 4 F's. 1, faith. Without faith, without the belief, the hope that the dots are going to connect in the future, you're not going to be able to achieve your goals, because Steve Jobs once said, you can't connect the dots looking forwards. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. Therefore, you have to believe that the dots will connect, whether it's in God, whether it's in luck, karma, whatever it is, you got to believe, because when you look back, things happen for a reason. You might not have known it. You might have thought you were going to give up, but somehow the dots connected. That's the same thing in the markets, because every godly principle applies to the market. That's why it's all connected: the math, the money, and the mindset. So, how do you see the invisible? That's faith, right? The art of seeing the invisible. When people trade, they get too caught up in the now, instant gratification. I want to win now. That's the gambling mentality. The professional trader knows they're just doing the same process. They actually fall in love with the process. And the process is actually really boring. When you start to no longer have that desire of win losses, like those don't affect you anymore, that's when you know you're a professional trader. Because the fear of breaking your own trading rules becomes greater than the fear of you losing money. Let that sink in for a little bit. Because you're so scared to break your rules. That's your integrity. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, that's how a loss blows up your account. Does that make sense? That's why you got to have the fear of God in you. When they say fear of God, they don't mean that they're scared of God, but you got to respect him so much, your rules so much, that if you know you break it one time, you just got to start all over. And the market is just the devil's playground. The stock market, all those whipsaws, up, down, that's emotions, up, down. And if you don't have structure, you don't go in there with a plan, with a defined risk strategy, that market is going to take your money, transfer it from the dumb money to the smart money. You don't want to be retail money. You don't want to be the retailers who lose 90% of their money. They want your money. You know, the rich just dropped the $25,000 pattern day trading rule. It's not because they no longer want to protect people who might lose and blow up their account. It's because there's competition from Kalshi, Poly Market, prediction markets. So they're like, we want a piece of this money too. We want to take their money and give it back over here. Well, I want to flip it. I want to bridge that gap, that inequality gap, because no time in history can you actually generate income day trading options or swing trading options where you could sell premium, generate income, just like the wealthy do. That's what insurance companies do. They price it out. They have a built-in edge. That's what I'm going to teach you, a built-in edge, not this stock's going to go up, this stock's going to go down. I can't predict the future, but I can position myself with the risk right risk to reward to be able to participate in asymmetric returns. You know what that means? Risking 100 to make 300, 10 times returns. But you can only do that with education, with leverage, with options or futures. You can't do that with stock. But the great thing is you could do it with as little as $1,000, but you got to do it responsibly. I'm here to teach you how to trade responsibly because the reality is you could lose a lot more money in the stock market than you would in Vegas, right? If you go to Vegas, you might have a bad weekend, lose $500. Go look at your IRA. When the stock market drops 10%, how much did you lose, right? Right now, we're at all-time highs. We got a war going on. AI's taking over the world. But why is the stock market at all-time highs? You don't think it's going to drop 10, 20% in the next year? Shoot, if I don't know how to buy insurance, a put option just to protect myself, or if I need to educate myself to profit as it goes down, to protect my portfolio, to grow it, but the whole financial industry doesn't teach you any of that. Just put it in the S&P, put it in the S&P. Well, what if it takes a 20% haircut? Now what do I do? Move it to bonds. You're not making no money. They're charging you fees to manage your money, and 80% can't even match the S&P 500 index. What does that mean? If you just put it in the SPY and it goes up 20%, they make about 18%. So they don't even match it and they charge you for it. Bruh. So I'm here to actually use all my experience, 20 plus years teaching math, figuring it out. I reverse engineered this. I designed it so that the trader has the edge, removes them from the equation because we are the number one obstacle to our own success. You guys agree with that? Therefore, how do you create a system that allows you to remove your emotions and just trust the math? If you guys are interested, I appreciate the support, and I'm going to teach you how I do this. Faith, then my fitness, family, financial freedom, in that order. I want you to think about why I chose that order and comment below. Peace.